Okay, so these are pretty long, but it's really important to understand the correct way to approach a word problem, so I'm going to focus mostly on the setup here. The very first thing you do is not read it, but scan it just for facts. So the first thing it says is 100 liters in the tank. Stop reading and just write that. I don't care what it means. It just needs to be on the page and out of my head. Then it contains 1 liter of brine. Okay, stop, just write that. And then 2 kilograms of salt, same thing. And notice that all the units in the problem are all the same: liters, 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 kilograms, kilograms, so we don't have to convert anything. The units add nothing to the problem, so why bother? Now we've got at time t, okay, so things are happening at time t equals 0. I guess time matters. It doesn't say in the problem, but if you know, it's kind of implied that these are also at time 0. They should have been clear. But then more brine starts coming in, so brine in is equal to a rate of 6. And it contains a variable solution. We don't know what it is yet. Oh, but then they told us. Okay, so then you just continue. Notice I didn't read ahead. I just waited for the information. And then that is on a specific interval. That makes us wonder why this interval. Perhaps it might overflow. We'll check that later. For now, we just want to keep reading. At the same time, so time 0, a valve is opened at the bottom of the tank. Okay, so brine is going to be coming out, but we haven't been told what that is yet. Following and allowing a well-mixed solution. So well-mixed is not a nonsense word. This is actually an equation. It says the concentration going out is equal to the concentration currently, and that actually is going to help. Now, flows out at a rate of 3. Okay, so that's all of that information. And now they finally told us what to do. So find a formula for S of t. Okay, we'll star that. That is the goal here. Now, you might want to pause here just to make sure all of that made sense to you, because we're going to switch to a different skill now, which is before starting a problem, you need to write down the subject-relevant facts. And for this problem, or for the tank problems, I can think of 4. The first is that the formula for a derivative is in minus out. Might sound silly, but it's nice to not have to think about stuff. Let's see, then we also have the formula for concentration, which is salt per brine, or, stuff per volume. And then just in case it doesn't click in your head right away, there are 2 other important facts that well mixed is that equation I mentioned earlier. And you always need to check for overflow. So it's not an equation, but it's a thing you have to know. Okay, so we've got those 4 points. You need to know these in order to do a tank problem. So now you just get started writing exactly what's been asked for, which actually is this question here, because you always have to check this. So let's just do that really quickly. This is going to maybe seem like overkill, but it'll be a useful technique for problems where it's not so simple. Overflow means, does the brine volume ever equal the tank volume? In order to answer that question, they gave us V, they didn't give us B, so we got to find B, which is just a matter of, since we're talking about differential equations, derivatives, this is a matter of using the fundamental theorem of calculus. Definite integrals are superior to indefinite integrals. So we'll just write this formula. This is automatically the formula. We don't have to know anything about the subject. But this does mean we need to find B prime, which we don't have to know what that means. We just have to look at our subject relevant formula here. The formula for derivative is B in minus B out. No thinking allowed in these problems. So B in they gave us is 6, B out they gave us is 3, so this is 6 minus 3, which is 3. So we plug that in. B0, what do they give us, is 1, plus the integral of just 3. And we plug that in, and we get 3t plus 1. So if you solve that, just set that equal to the 100, you get 33, so that's why that's there. Okay, so that's fine. Now, we'll just go ahead and calculate the S here. Same thing, S is going to be equal to this. Again, seems like overkill, but writing is easier than thinking, so we want to stay in that mode. This means we need to find S prime. Okay, what is S prime? S prime is S in minus S out. What's S in? Well, we have a formula right here relating S to, this is all C's and B's, right? So S is equal to B times C, or maybe C times B, or whatever. So we've got C in times C out. No, sorry. B in minus C out times B out. Let's see, they gave us, did they give us C in? Yes, it's right here. I just forgot to write that. So C in is that fraction right there. B in is 6. C out is just current C. Again, might seem silly, but you'll see why that makes it easier. And then B out is that 3. So then we can maybe just rewrite that part. Minus 3. And what's C? We have a formula for that. It's S over B. Then we just have to ask, what are S and B? Well, it's okay to have S in there because we're looking for a differential equation. And look at that, we already found B, so it wasn't a waste of time. Okay, well, now everything's T and S are both allowed to be in here, so everything that we need to find is all right there. Let's just rearrange that in a typical differential equations form here. Okay, so just a reminder that to solve an equation like this, we label this, I don't know what you call it in your class, but label that P and label this F. And you just need to take 2 steps, and that is find your integrating factor. Maybe you use mu, maybe you use sigma, but this is equal to e to the integral of P, and then S is equal to 1 over mu times the integral of mu times F. And if you have a habit of forgetting the C, you can put it here right now. And that will get you your answer there. If you just plug in 0 for T, then you should get C equals 1/3. But this is a pretty nasty integral, probably making the video too long. So what matters is this here. So remember, don't read, just write. Don't think, just write. Don't skip any steps, just write it. And you'll make it through all of these problems. You shouldn't have to lift a brain cell if you just are really careful scanning these things. Okay, so good luck with that. Try it out.